Oh, we are. We're live. Hello, we're live. Are we? Are we on the internet? What? Wait, what's happening? Oh, I've been told we are live. I can confirm we're on the internet. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Superior Adventurers Guild. My name's Dave, as you know, and I get to host game night with my friends. All of these beautiful people that keep coming back to play games, and it's getting well. I'm sure everything's gonna be fine. We got ourselves into a bit of a pickle last week, so we're gonna get out of a pickle maybe this week. More to come on that, but before we do, I would like to make a couple of quick announcements. We had an absolutely fantastic game of Call of Cthulhu last night with MJ Russell running us through a wonderful part one of a two-parter. If you want to check that out, which I highly encourage you to, go back and check it out. It's on VOD. It was absolutely fantastic. Bunch of great people in that game as well. And then I wanted to point out that next Tuesday we will be resuming our Outlaws of Greyhawk campaign. So we'll be diving back into Greyhawk, bringing the Outlaws back for some more shenanigans. Yeah, it's gonna get wild and wacky. Big shout out to the folks that help us put this stuff together, including all of the folks on our production team, Alex and Flea Monkey and Gunvald and Andy G3D and Shiv, just awesome people who are helping to produce awesome stuff. And shout out to the GMs that are helping to put on our community games over in our Discord. If you're interested in getting in on some low-key, fun, one-shot games over there, come on over. I'll put the link in the chat. You can come over and join us in the fun. All right, that's enough for now. I'm going to now ask my friends to introduce themselves, tell you who they are, and then we'll go to Paul and kick it off, get back into the game. So let's go ahead and start with Josh tonight.
Hey guys, my name's Josh. I'm a giant geek. I'm playing Corvo in this game. It's a fabulous game, and I'm looking forward to frankly doing a lot more of what Corvo does well. Given where we left off last week, I think that will be a fair assessment of what's going to happen. Yeah, so let's have a good time. I'll throw it over to Tara.
Tara, like Tara piece of paper. Hi, everybody. I go by Your Know Me. You can find me on all the socials at Your Know Me or Your Know Me too. Just look for this beautiful face. I play Oaken this evening. She is a BAMF that owns some animals, and one of which named George Michael that everybody has fallen in love with. And we hope that nothing happens to George Michael. From me, I'm going to hit it over to JD.
Sorry, that took me a moment because I was busy typing in the chat that I would die for George Michael, so I needed to put that out there first. Now I'm realizing I just could have said that out loud. Hi, I am JD, he, they pronouns. I am found on the internet at JD Not Jason Dean, and I am playing Octavius, he, him pronouns. I think I would argue he's had the most normal one of everyone since he was not caught in the middle of the firefight that erupted. But he did discover that for once, someone has taken his face rather than him taking someone's face. And this might be causing an existential crisis, but it's fine because you don't have time to have an existential crisis when you're committing a train heist. And I will toss it over to Alan.
Huzzah! Thank you, JD No Jason Dean. I'm Alan Henry. I'm a thoroughly strange person. I'm a big nerd and I do weird things. I was the Cocaine Bear in Cocaine Bear, and I was King Kong and the Scar King. And today I'm playing Gideon, who is a psionic gunslinger, who has been shot in the leg, but managed to shoot a guy through a wall and feels pretty good. And yeah, who knows what's going to happen today? We are diving into the mix of it. So I'm looking forward to seeing just how silly this gets. And yeah, that's me.
It's gonna get silly.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
I want to do a quick shout out to our producer Josh Gunvald for turning the knobs and pushing the buttons and making all this stuff sound and look so good. So Josh, thank you for that. Appreciate you. And I'll just quickly point out, because I always forget, I'm playing Wyvern, who's a net diver, and I highly recommend that if you ever, when you play House of Eidolons, you better give the net diver a strong look, because it's super, super fun. With that said, Paul, thank you so much. Welcome back. Thank you for creating this game and bringing it to Guild Superior. Tell people a little bit more about where they can find stuff.
Yes, hello everybody. Paul Angelo, Penburrow online, and co-author of House of Eidolons. You can go over to eidolonsrpg.com is our website. We are working on the second edit of our book, but you can find it on our Patreon. And then we'll eventually have a physical copy of it released at some point here as we get more art done. Yeah, excited to be here, coming from today from DC, here on a pseudo work-ish trip. So this is my luxurious hotel room.
You look really good, by the way. That tie suits you.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, so don't mind my more formal attire. Let's dive into it. So last week we left off. The team was mid-train heist after a seamlessly smooth entrance onto the train from the HV. Our team embarked in and almost immediately came into contact with Weaver, who through a series of very discreet and cloaked spider drones opened up. That's where poor Gideon got hit in the leg pretty good, but was still standing. The team was able to hunt down Weaver before she really could do substantial damage and neutralize her. Of note also, we also learned, maybe perhaps an anomaly, not quite sure, but right before entering in the tunnel, Wyvern's ping program he had set onto the sort of strange eavesdropping programming that was all throughout the train came back, not from any one location, but rather illuminating something strange within plunge space, like a multi-location sort of thing, which was a little unnerving. Sadly, before he could have any time to investigate, they entered the tunnel and lost signal. Meanwhile, Octavius, as he alluded, found that Harper Kane, the person who Apex Security, who they're trying to eliminate, is protecting, actually has Octavius's real face, and is not quite sure about that. He also seemingly has access to Harper Kane's luggage biometrics, but is reading as Bryson Kane. And finally, the team, Gideon specifically, looking through a wall with his wall breaker rounds, sniped Volterra, the second Apex security officer known for being extremely volatile, through the wall, exploding his his flamethrower canister and sending him out of the train via essentially a explosive jetpack into who knows where. So we pick up tonight. The team has moved forward. Roughly a minute has passed as they have traversed the train up to the storage unit, and that's where we're going to start this evening. Is the three team largely unobstructed. Other passengers have been compliant with them coming through, and they now arrive in the next freight train. Inside the freight room, Octavius is waiting discreetly for the other team to show up with the cube so that they can translate the cube and get the schematics. That's where we'll pick up. And why don't we go ahead and begin with Corvo, since he's been kind of taking the assault lead this mission. Corvo, you see ahead the freight room main door. This will be a room that, again, Vern will need to hack through, or Octavius will need to let you into from the inside. Either could suffice.
Okay, so yeah, I think what I'm just gonna move up as far as I can,
Yep.
kind of hugging the outside wall, just so that I can
Sure.
keep an eye on the corner and the door, and just keep it covered, really. So yeah, I think I might run up just to see how far I can get, because 30 feet's fine, but if I can get a little further, that'd be nice.
Perfect. Go ahead and make a running check and then move accordingly.
Ooh, well, that's not too bad, actually. That's 45 feet. Which is... yeah, there we go. I was picking on the wrong person. That's me.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll wake up in a second. Give me a minute.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what I got.
And then Oaken, what would you like to do? Move along with
Yes.
Corvo?
I think both myself and George Michael will move up.
Sounds good. Gideon, same vein. And Gideon, I should probably ask, actually, are you still you still have the sniper rifle out, or have you saddled that and are back to your revolvers?
If we were moving through the passenger car, I probably would have had it on my back.
Okay.
Like I would have
Sounds
had it.
good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'll follow up behind the group and just message Octavius. Just be like, Octavius, you okay in there?
I'm doing better than you all are, I think.
Yep, that's fair.
So Gideon, go ahead and move yourself up near Oaken and them. Wyvern, are you going to hack open this door?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay, go ahead and make a hacking check.
Oh yeah. 19.
Yes. The door unlocks and slides open.
We're coming in, Octavius. Hang tight.
You keep talking like
Octavius.
I've been the one in danger. I'm fine.
Is everything okay?
Did the fact that I'm fine say to you that things are not okay?
Yeah, you never say that.
What's
Something
the
must
code
be
word?
different.
Yeah, what's the code word? What's the safe word?
We didn't establish one before, Wyvern.
Let's try to remember that for next
The
time.
original safe word was George Michael, but we need to change that now.
Yeah, we've been saying that
Yes,
a lot.
now it's
We
gone
have to-
confusing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
gone
we need to change
viral,
it.
really.
Yeah.
I thought the safe word was pineapple.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's the other one. Right.
Wyvern, I will note, we'll actually jump real quickly over to submersion space. Wyvern, your position here, you should see yourself. In this room, there are 2 binders. And with your hacking of the door, you can tell they're getting rather agitated. It's not going to take too many more programs before they perhaps see through your falsified credentials.
Well,
That's your assessment.
yeah. Maybe it's time to just, reset the system.
Just they'll turn it off, turn it on.
Yep, that's what they tell you to do. I'm going to run root system reset and see if I can't.
System reset.
Yep.
Hello, IT. Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Now, this is going to be onto one of the ice, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
It won't. Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna try to.
so-
Basically, I want to reset them back to like whatever their system startup mode is.
Is that an action?
It is one action. Yes.
One action. So you'll have to do one and then the other on your next turn.
That sounds good.
Okay. Go ahead
do
and
that.
root system reset.
Okay. All right. That is a 19 again.
Yes. Okay. So this one over to your right hand resets, and seemingly is at least code-wise seems less agitated. However, this one seems rather concerned at that.
Well, let's see here. Is it possible, given that agitation, to
Yep.
go ahead and use my sub action to hijack that? Can you hijack ice?
You cannot. Nope. You can. There's some special lockdown programs that you can use. Hijack is used in things in the real.
Okay, gotcha,
more
gotcha.
specifically.
Okay. That's fine. Okay. I will hold right there.
Okay. All right, Corvo. Assuming you're moving into the freight.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Move yourself up, 25 feet there, and then 5 feet in, then decide if you want to run or not. JD, in this time, you do know that the two people who had been working in here had left the freight area, so you're pretty aware that there isn't really anybody in the freight room.
And one of the people who left was Volterra, correct?
Yes, and he had come back to your car, correct. Yep. The other two were just workers, just kind of typical freight staff.
Mm-hmm.
Octavius would pass that along, just that the freight car is clear.
Okay, so yeah, I think I'm just gonna. Sorry, I'm gonna.
Yeah, you all can move freely right now since we're not in combat, Corvo. If you want to move up, and same with JD and Oaken, just for expedience sake. I'm not gonna have you guys.
Remind me what we were
Also-
looking for in here.
You're
we're,
getting the
we're
cube.
delivering this cube
Decoder.
Okay,
to Octave.
good. So I'm gonna. Corvo's gonna grab the cube out of his pocket and just chuck it across the room to Gideon, because Corvo's gonna keep covering the door. Just from inside, he's he's keeping a tight angle on the hole, but he's keeping an angle on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oaken, anything George Michael's doing in particular?
Well, he's trying to get me in the door because I can't get in the door apparently. No, he's not doing anything. He just keeps running back and forth going, why is mom not in here? Why is mom not in here? Why is mom not in here? There we go. Thank you.
Perfect.
But that's
yeah, you
it.
should be able to. Yeah, you can't move into doorways at an angle in the program, so you
Got
have to
it.
like move at it square on.
Got it.
Okay. Gideon, you're handing off the cube to
Mhm.
Octavius.
Mm-hmm.
And Octavius.
Now, is this gonna set off a bunch of alarms when we access this?
Probably.
I'm
All right.
possibly. I mean, on the one hand, my hands are working on the scanners, so we might be okay. But that's something
we're
we're
a
gonna
bit-
have to find out.
I think
Is
we're a bit far
there-
past worrying about alarms at this point.
Is there
that's true.
anything you'd like me to take a look at before we do this? Should I try to take a peek underneath the hood, or should we just go for it? Rip the
Time
Band-Aid
is
off.
not our friend, Wyvern.
Yeah, Wyvern, you look busy already. Let us handle this.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I have been working hard on this mission, just so everybody knows. Corvo.
Remind me how many cucumber waters you've had so far this trip?
I refuse to answer that question.
Octavius, what are you doing?
Something I probably shouldn't be because I'm not the tech person, but I am going to fit this cube in the spot that seems meant for it in this case.
Okay, you walk over to the case in the corner, insert the cube, and the cube shifts down almost without you trying. Like as you kind of place it, it almost gets like sucked down, and then it repulses upwards, floating above the container, and starts to dissect itself, almost like some sort of crazy technological a Rubik's cube. Wyvern, from your view, you suddenly see extremely complicated, like suddenly come online. Like this was not detectable. Like the cube was air gapped itself, and now all of a sudden it becomes detectable and a very, very complicated, like state-of-the-art encryption that you've not seen before starts to decode itself. Can I have you make a net diving check for me, Wyvern?
Oh, absolutely. $16.
16. Wyvern, as it's decoding itself and you're kind of sifting through, because this is on the core server of the Samsara R&D facility, so this is going to be like the central system for whatever they're doing down there that's running it. And as you're kind of looking at this information as it's coming up, it is becoming clearer and clearer that this core server of the R&D facility is meant to facilitate highly advanced, possibly super AI system level data collection and processing. And it should be noted that super AI is outlawed for almost 100 years.
This is beautiful. And highly illegal.
What are you looking? Are you looking at something, Vern?
Oh, yes, I am looking at something.
My
God.
I swear, if you're looking at porn in the middle of a mission, I am going to kneecap you.
Is it bad?
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna tell you straight up. It's super AI. I mean, this is.
Oh, that's never a good thing.
Oh.
No. But it is elegant from what I can tell. The architecture. I mean, I can't get a good glimpse of it right now, but the architecture looks highly advanced, as you might suspect with Samsara.
But why is Samsara making a super AI? What do they need it for?
Because they can, and because they want to. I don't know.
Do you know what the nice thing about having evidence of them doing something illegal is? Nobody's going to tell us off for what happens next.
Good point. Look.
But then why would Net Zero tell us not to do this then? Not to go through with it?
Who cares? It doesn't matter.
I don't
anymore.
think
We're in
now
middle
is
of
the
it.
time to discuss this, Gideon.
God damn, you're right. I'm getting distracted. God damn.
No, these are good questions. These are important questions, and there's something really fucking fishy going on, but there's still 2 more of these apex predators on the loose. We got to take them down. There's what was going on, Oaken, in Suite 16?
Yeah, we gotta get to that guy and knock him off. I know it's gonna cost our money to go down, but we need to get him knocked off.
And is somebody keeping track of how many civvies we've killed? Because that's going to be demerits on our payday.
Right.
I mean,
None
and
so
also
far.
terrible. Also very terrible. But mostly our payday. But it's also
We
morally
haven't
questionable.
killed any innocents yet.
Oh, good. All right.
Though the engineers at the back of the train are definitely fearing for their lives.
As Gideon's like loading his revolver, he's like, I did say yet.
Look, I told Oaken that we weren't going to kill any of the engineers. I just didn't tell the engineers that.
And I didn't either. So
They'll be fine
And as the
tomorrow.
As the program completes, or the schematics fully get decoded, Wyvern, a alarm on the cube, a trace alarm on the cube triggers.
Well, shit.
Which means when you leave this tunnel, that cube is going to light up like a sun.
Okay, all right.
And we need,
Cool.
we need that cube. We're taking that cube with us.
Yep.
All right. Well, I don't worry about that. Let's one thing at a time. We'll deal with that. I think I have an idea. Let's carry out the rest of this mission and get the GTFO.
Yeah.
Trying to watch my language.
All right. So just so my head's in the right place. We got 2 more of these Apex freaks to take out, and then we've got Giorgio in the suite to take out. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Now, out of character, did we learn about the Arabic-looking gentleman in the suit? Because he was looking at.
Nope, Octavius did not mention that
Octavius
part.
didn't mention it. No, cool. Thank you. No, that's fine. That's
Not
fine.
yet.
Yeah. All good. All good. Yep. Gideon's ready to roll.
Right? You know that the next cabin is, or the next train is the cabin car. The next train.
Let me get eyes on
So,
what's in the next car, if you don't mind. I'm gonna try to, Paul, if it's all right with you, I'm gonna try to see if I can't take a peek through the cameras in the system here to see if there's any commotion going on, or if there's any obvious targets, or what we might be up against in the next car.
I'll go ahead and drop just a little representation of you, Wyvern, in the car. So over in the first hallway, there's just different people meandering in the cabins, in the hallways. The cabins themselves do not have video cameras. Okay. They're private. And then in the other hallway, just different people meandering on business calls or getting refreshments or headed to their cabins. It's various activity, but certainly it's not like it's a quiet.
I'm gonna go ahead quickly and if I can, I'm gonna try to send them all probably a text message that says something to the effect of you're being asked to immediately return to your seat. We apologize for the inconvenience. Free cocktails will be served.
Okay, go ahead and make a hacking check.
Got to protect that payday. I don't want these people getting killed. That's good. 16.
16. Okay, perfect. Yeah, you're able to send that over. And as you do, I need you to go ahead and make a cyber defense for me. Wyvern, as the binder has now activated, the second one, has now activated on you and is attempting to quarantine.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, it should be fine. That is 19.
Yes, he only got a 15, so you are okay. So you defend yourself against the program, but we're just gonna jump over into Cyberland real quick, and this one now is all agitated at you and is essentially trying to lock you down. This one still reads your credentials and is just confused at the other's ICE's activity.
Okay, well, we can deal with this.
Yeah, how would you like to respond, Wyvern, and then we'll move back into the reel for the team to move on to the next step?
I think basically what I would like to do is send a message to the one that's sort of recalibrating that that its companion unit has a serious malfunction and needs to be neutralized.
Okay, can I have you make a hacking check?
19.
Okay, and then I'll have you make a remote operations check.
Oh. Okay. All right, that's 16. Boy, a lot of 16s and 19s.
16.
Yeah.
Yes, this one, heeds your call and goes ahead and attempts to quarantine the other bite. That was a failure, so the other one defended against it. However, now it's it is also aggravated by the other ice. In the meantime, back in the real, Corvo, if you want to take the lead, how would you guys? I guess Corvo, is your plan to just blitz into the next car? You're muted. Uh-oh, Corvo, you're muted.
Absolutely muted.
Yeah, I mean, it's very riveting.
Look, we had a continuous bit. I needed to, like, lean into it a little bit. So the plan is to blitz into the next car, see if there's anybody left in the halls. If there's people left in the halls, there's a plan for that. If there isn't, it's just start nailing doors shut until I get around to 16. And then there's a plan for that.
I think Octavius would have brought up, when it comes to getting into cabin 16, do you want me to help you open the door?
16's the one with Giorgio, 7's the one with...
Crucible.
Yep. No, specifically asking about 16.
I'm
gonna be persuasive.
Corvo's still gonna, like, take point, but, like, we'll use you for speed of access on the door. But we also don't want you getting shot. Key's no good if it's broken. So yeah, that's the move. Is just
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm rolling for no reason at all.
no reason at all.
Oh, well, yeah.
No reason at all.
Yeah. Just to keep the dice warm, you know.
Yeah. Make sure that they wrapped up, you know.
Yeah. I just need to give him a spin. Okay. So yeah, Corvo, you can move up to the. Actually, I guess we can probably position you all, close to ready to moving in. And then yeah, Corvo, if you want to, at this point we'll start moving by measurable movement again. And you can take it away, Corvo.
Okay, cool. So yeah, it's just gonna be like clearing straight up to 30 feet, just pushing through.
Okay.
Is there anybody standing in the hall? Can I see anybody?
There's one guy down the hall. He just seems like a pedestrian with a drink in his hand. Clearly has no interest in the text message or some sort of thing.
Yeah. So
might look a little bit intoxicated.
As I see him, it's just like swinging my shield onto my back and racking my shotgun and pointing at him. Sir, I'm going to need you to clear back to your room now. This is an emergency. You cannot be in these halls.
Can I have you make an intimidation check for me?
Oh, I genuinely hoped you were going to ask. Yeah, 23?
He kind of like dumbfounded at you, and then like literally drops his drink, and in a drunken stupor like runs down, and goes and hides in the
Bounces off the
bathroom.
walls.
Yeah, he's just like in a total panic.
Fine by me.
And you're not entering into the doorway at this point, right? You're just right outside of it, of room 7.
Oh, that's room 7 right there? No, like
That's correct.
We don't need room 7 anymore, right? Like we were using him to get access to the box, but we don't need that.
Yes, we do, because Crucible's in there, and we still need to kill him.
Oh yeah, we do. No, I'm gonna hold fire and just
mean,
wait.
Yeah, look, if we know he's in there, and like Gideon will like pull out the sniper rifle again. It's like, do you want me to look? I can look to see if he's there.
My only concern there is I'm not entirely sure which person in that room is the one we want to shoot, and I don't know how good the image fidelity is on that scope. If you're confident, go for your life, but I'd rather clap my own eyes on him.
Oh, sure, yeah. I mean, be my guest. I'll be right here.
Gideon, would you like to move next?
Yeah, I think Gideon is most likely probably just going to be just here in the doorway.
Okay, sniper rifle or your 6-shooters?
I think the sniper rifle's still away. I think it's handguns.
All right.
Also, I think Gideon's gonna be like, Vern, how you doing in there?
Yeah, good. What do you need?
Yeah.
What can I do? You want me to pop the door? You guys ready to storm
No,
in?
no. I mean, we know the Crucible's in there. I just don't know. We don't have any idea where this Bishop fella is, right?
Correct.
All right, okay. Well, we know that he comes at it from weird, abstract angles. So, I mean, he could be on the roof. He could be in other cabins. I don't know.
I get the sense that once we make this final push, he's going to want to get in the game real quick. So keep your heads on a swivel. I'll do my best to detect anybody incoming with any of the surveillance cameras on board. But just do me a favor. Let's remember that we're not supposed to kill Kane.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. In fact, what I will do then is I will put the handguns away and I will pull out the sniper rifle.
Okay.
I'm going to use the scope to kind of start looking around and see if any signal starts running towards us very quickly.
Yeah, are you looking into room 7, or are you just kind of looking through all the different various rooms?
I will start
because you can only look through a single wall.
A single wall, yeah. I will start at 7.
All right, so you look into 7. So if you deselect yourself, you should be able to see into 7. You see Harper Kane is on his chair working on his computer. Go ahead and make an awareness check for me.
Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that is a 14.
14. You do not see anybody else inside of the cabin, so Crucible does not seem to be in here. It's just, yeah.
Oh. Well, I only see Kane in that room in number 7. That does not fill me with confidence.
Well, the element of surprise is nice to have, but then again, if we pop some sort of an alarm, the hound dogs are going to come running to their master. Right?
Do you want to circle round, get rid of 12 before we try and enter 7? That way we can
That
at least
probably
get one
makes
of them.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm thinking. We're standing outside 7 now. All we need to do is visually verify that it's Kane in that room and that the Crucible's not in there. Once we've done that, we can lock the door behind us the hard way, and then we don't need to enter that room again. He can call out as much as he likes, and if they come running, we've got the hallways.
if you do see him, we need to touch him so that way he can sync with us and we can tell him to go to sleep or something, so that we have links to him, because we don't want him to die.
Oh no, I'm gonna leave him alive in the room.
Right,
But he's gonna be locked in his room.
right, but we need to like somehow get into his sync. We need to make sure we can communicate to him telepathically, whatever we are, through the net.
You know, this
Fair
bishop
enough.
fella is going to be utilizing the overlay to mess with us. Let me just quickly see if I can't locate them first, real quick. Just humor me for a minute. I'm gonna run trace detector and see if I can't.
But before we do, Octavius and Oaken, would either of you like to move and position first, and then we can go ahead and run
Yes.
a trace detector? Actually, it would be a sweep sleuth, Wyvern. Trace detectors for program. Oh, you're looking specifically for programs.
I'm looking for. Yeah, I mean, maybe it is sleuth. Basically, I want to detect anything with high trace, because I would assume that there's.
That's going to be sleuth.
Net type. Sleuth? Okay, yep.
Yep.
All right.
But Oaken, are you where you want to be? You don't need to
Yes.
stick to your exact movement. Okay, perfect.
Nope,
So you're right
I'm
there.
right where I want to be. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And Octavius, you're where you want to be?
Octavius will step up to be next to Oaken and George Michael.
Okay. And okay, go ahead and sweep sleuth.
15.
15. You are not detecting any program activity, except we move back into submersion space, and this ice creates a wall.
Oh, nice.
Isolating the other ice within a wall. And then it turns its attention back to you, Wyvern.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it like a very affirmation like message, like fantastic work. You are obviously a superior program, and I appreciate that. That your actions will go in the report.
To note, this is not the AI that is friendly to you. The AI that is friendly to you just got walled off. You're gonna send it. Okay, sounds good.
I'm still, and the reason is because I'm still playing up the fact that I'm part of the audit, the security audit.
Okay, go ahead and make a guile check for me.
Oh God, this is not my strong suit. Where is Octavius?
Can I do this for Wyvern? Can I just take this role for him?
Just send him the cliff notes, Octavius. Send him the cliff notes.
How do I do this? How do I do this? I'm trying to lie. Come on, baby. That's a 10.
10. All you get in response is a devil emoji. I need you to make a cybersecurity check as you get quarantine shot at you again.
Oh no!
All right. Cyber defense. Here we go. Uh-oh, that's not good, guys. That's also a 10. 11.
You're very lucky, Wyvern, because I just rolled triple ones.
Oh my God.
For the program. So clearly your message has gotten on the nerves of this ICE program, and it is not operating at prime function.
Yeah, that's the
for you.
snakiest snake eyes.
Rude.
Okay. And we go back to well, Wyvern, is there anything else? You did the sweep sleuth, you sent a message. Is there anything else, like sub-action wise, that you would like to do?
Not at the moment, nope.
Okay. Then we go back to Corvo. Corvo, what are you doing?
I mean, there's only really one thing left to do, right? You gotta open the door and peep.
All right, you grab the door handle and it says, access denied.
Did you need some help, Corvo?
Octavian, I need your hand up here. Let's go.
I'll be right on that, Corvo.
Okay, so Corvo will hold his turn until Octavius acts. Gideon, how about you? What are you doing?
If there's nothing I can see in there, I'm gonna look through this cabin up to the north of us.
Hold down left to ping. I just want to make sure I move it to the right one. Okay. Yep. In this one, there's two individuals working on some overlay. It looks like business-based stuff. Just having a conversation in that room.
Cool. Yep.
Okay. And then Octavius, I imagine you are moving up to the door.
Yep.
All right. You move up to the door,
And I think
Octavius,
before-
and yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, before he reaches for the door, he is just going to jump into our group text, mind sync, and just ask, so as we're moving forward, should I be wearing this face or my actual face?
I feel like this face is a good one. No reason to overplay the hand if we don't need to.
Understood. And Octavius will reach out to open the door.
The door unlocks. Why? Sorry, Corvo, would you like to jump in at this point?
Yeah. So at that point, I'm just gonna like swing the shield off my back, put it in front of me, and just push through the door.
All right, and you push through. And a very startled Harper Kane like swivels towards you and immediately sticks his hands up and is like, "Don't shoot! I have money. What do you need?"
From you, nothing. Just making sure that you haven't got any excitingly armed friends in this room with you. You are here by yourself?
He went to the bathroom.
Ah, exciting. Good. So if you could just do me a favor and get over into this pod here. Just lie down.
He starts to move over to here. He hits the controls, and as the door slides backwards, I need you to make a reaction check, Corvo.
Exciting. I think it's something coming, right?
Thank you, Scottish Jeff. We have an extra edge dice from Jeff. Each of us, it looks like.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Oh, that's fine by me. That's 16.
You've got to beat an 18. Would you like to edge?
Edge dice.
Oh no, I edged dice to get to 16.
Oh, you edge dice to get to 16. Okay. As the door slides, a katana comes jutting out at you, Corvo. And Corvo.
Cool. So my reactive countermeasures, which means that I can interrupt any turn with a sub action.
Yep.
Would have me just trying to step out, trying to dodge.
Yep.
Really?
You would make a shooting attack. So it's specifically your reactive countermeasures is your shooting, or defending for somebody else.
So it says okay. Yep. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, I guess I'm.
So this would be a melee Okay, you're gonna take this. So with your cover fire, you could use your cover fire to take interrupt with a shot, or you can just make a just your normal defense check against his attack. It's up to you. You could either attack first using your ability, or you can...
Yeah, I'll attack first. Shoots first, shoots last, and all that. Okay. Uh, 20.
You hit. Roll to see where you hit.
Get him! Get him!
D6, right?
Yep, that's just a D6.
Yeah, that's a 3.
Okay. That would be lower torso. This is a shotgun shot, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Shred 3?
I'm here for clearing hallways, baby. Trenchman all day.
Okay. You strip away his armor. He slides back a little bit, is wounded, but his armor took the brunt of the attack. Now I need you to go ahead and make your dodge or melee combat check against his melee combat.
Corvo, just so you know, Scottish Jeff gave you another edge die. Corvo.
Scottish Jeff, you're killing me here. What the heck?
I think I'm going to need to go right ahead and use that one because I
Thank you,
did not
Jeff.
do well on that.
Hey, thanks for the
I got an
follow.
11, man, which is it's not
With
great.
with an edge dice.
With an edge dice.
All right, he got a 15. He tags you also in the lower torso. And let me make sure I get this all right. Oh yeah, nice. And so you take 6 damage in the lower torso, Corvo.
Okay, yeah.
From the katana slash. And so he's back engaged. Harper Kane slides backwards towards the door over here and starts to pivot out of the door. Gideon was already up. Oaken, it's your turn.
Yep, I'm gonna go through this door, I believe.
So 15 feet to move around. Another 30 would get you fairly close. Perhaps
What's up,
a run
Ty?
roll.
And I can see him.
Yeah, you can see Harper Kane kind of backing out, and he kind of glances your way. Do you have your axe out?
No, not right now. And
Okay.
I'm gonna slightly flirt with him. I know I'm not the best at this, but hi, can I interest you in going back to my room for a drink?
I mean, he looks super panicked, and he runs towards you. He's like, "There's a man trying to kill me."
Well, come
And
with
then
me. I'll make
Oaken-
sure you're safe.
Okay, can I have you make a reaction check?
Oh, hey. That one fell. 6, 7. 17.
Ooh.
You have to beat a 21.
Oh,
You could try an edge dice, but that's going to be a 4. It's up to you.
yeah. I'm gonna keep that one. He's gonna have to go somewhere else, and
Okay.
I have to follow him. I guess.
In the spur of the moment, Oaken, you notice all of a sudden a port in his palm opens up and a shiv comes out, and he stabs you in the leg.
Oh.
Sweet.
1
Which
damage
leg?
to your leg. It
Right
will
or
be. Let's just do right. Into your
Okay.
right leg, and then he quickly moves out and leaps up the crack onto the roof. It's like you hear cybernetics whir, and he leaps up onto the roof. And as he's doing this, Oaken, I need you to make a willpower check for me.
Oh, no.
And you have a -7 penalty to it.
Oh, jeez.
And you feel this heat flowing from the wound throughout your body, and you just start feeling very, very angry. Incredibly angry. So go ahead and make a willpower check with -7 penalty.
$14. That's with the negative.
All right. Perfect. All you can think of is, well, what the good news. Let's start with the good news. The good news, Oaken, is you get a +1 bonus to both your strength and dexterity.
Okay.
You ignore all injury conditions outside of death to your torso and head.
Okay.
And you get an additional sub-action and reaction on your turn. The downside is the only word that comes into your mind is die, 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 and you viciously start seeking out the first living thing that comes within sight.
So I can't even control my animals. Okay.
Actually, George Michael, because you're synced with George Michael. George Michael is now the epitome of super rabid squirrel. And so, where's George Michael at? Where's he hiding?
He's right here. He's right here.
He's right there. The first thing, as Oaken rounds the corner drawing her battle axe, seeing Corvo, George Michael goes lunging from Oaken's shoulder onto Corvo. Corvo, I need you to go ahead and make a melee parry check, or a melee combat check, and please make a George Michael melee combat check, or martial combat check.
Oh boy.
Why would the DM kill the pet when he can get the other players to?
No, don't do it.
Gotta figure out. Okay. My computer is jumping on me. I can't figure it out. Hold on.
No worries.
So that's a 14 total.
Okay. What did George Michael get?
He's not gonna get a 14. He got a 6.
All right. Corvo with almost lightning reaction bats George Michael with his shield off to the side. George Michael goes clattering onto the chair, and then begins Oaken's assault onto Corvo. So Oaken, go ahead and make a melee combat check against Corvo.
No.
With a battle axe.
I don't want to do that. Okay. Yeah, I know. I don't want to hit him.
I suggest
though.
you use the edge dice pool for this roll, Oaken. Thank you, Scottish Jeff.
16.
All right, Corvo, your melee combat parry with your shield.
Oh, this one isn't worth my shield.
Oh wait, I get an extra strength, right?
Oh yeah, you're +1 strength, so roll another dice.
Okay.
Yes.
17.
Oh, that's good. What do we get, Corvo?
Ooh, actually. 19 with an edge dice.
With an edge dice. Okay, so you just barely block her shield. What does your axe do for damage, Oaken?
Good question.
Not shred, just damage. I think it's maybe 4, but I want to double check.
Yes, damage 4.
Damage 4. Okay, so 4 more damage to the AP of the shield. I think it took 1 shot earlier from the assault rifle. Corvo,
Sorry,
if I'm not correct.
can I decide where I get hit?
When you block with the shield,
I
the
didn't
shield.
necessarily block with the shield. I was just
Okay.
dodging.
I just assumed you were okay. You rolled me. You made a dodge check
because in my head, what I would be doing there would be like seeing like Oaken coming in. I've just battered him away, and then because I'm aware of all of the implants that I have, like I'd just be willing to take that shot in the upper torso because I know how like upbuilt my upper torso is. I can take one hit.
So do you just want to take the hit?
I just want to eat it.
Okay. So yes, you can take the hit to the upper torso, in which case that's going to be 4 damage, but Axis Shred 3, correct? Or Shred 2. I can also pull up the rules. I just don't have them open at the moment. Shred 3?
Shred 3.
Okay, so that means you remove 3 armor first before you take the 4 damage to your upper torso, Corvo.
Okay, so that would just be 7 damage total?
It's 7 damage total, yeah, but it wouldn't be 7 damage. Like, if you only had 1 armor on your torso, it would basically, that 3 damage would get rid of the armor, and then it would just be 4 damage to your upper torso, because Shred only damages armor.
That's okay, I had 8 armor to my upper torso.
Okay. Sounds good. So the axe blade hits your upper torso, nearly ripping it, and Oaken's eyes are just crazed, bloodshot, and she is just like, she's also foaming at the mouth. With that, Wyvern, you're up.
Yeah, so back in submersion space, am I dealing with a confrontational ice here?
Correct, yeah, except it failed again in its quarantine.
Yeah, okay, fine. Enough is enough. I'm gonna use an action to boost amplify myself. And then I'm gonna slate this son of a gun.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Slate him good.
It's time to get
You're
ugly.
boosted?
Yeah.
Yep, and then that's going to be like a 5-dice slate, I imagine.
It is gonna be a 5-dice slate. And I'll probably have my Digi also do a slate as well. Oh boy. Hold on while I do math here. 24.
24. Yeah, that critically succeeded. So that does 4 damage instead of its normal 2. And yes, and you still actually have 1 more sub action that you could slate with because you haven't moved.
Yeah, I mean, I might as well do another slate, and then I'd like my Digidama to get in on this action too, if possible.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, for sure.
That may not be possible. This is more. Than
I don't know. I'm rolling really bad tonight, guys. It's working out. Minus a couple things. That's why I'm having Oaken do the rolling against Corvo.
I just rolled a 28.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, that's another crit. For the purpose of simplicity, you just nuke this thing.
Sorry about that.
It is no more. Just sizzling
Thank you for your
code
service.
Dissipating. Yeah. And that would conclude your turn, Wyvern, unless there's anything you want to say.
Everything is good here. All systems normal. Just taking care of a few things. Everything going okay over there? Things going according to plan? Hello? Is this thing on?
Yeah. Are we aware of what has happened with Oaken, May, and Corvo?
Well, Gideon, you're not. They haven't said anything.
Yeah, sure.
You're just looking in the other room at the moment. Perhaps you've heard a bunch of clattering noises, and I guess you would have heard. Well, no, Corvo, your shotgun silenced, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just hear some clattering noises, but nothing too alarming yet.
Yeah, I'll be like, yeah, everything's fine. I think Corvo just punched him in the face or something. I don't know.
Corvo,
Glad
you
they
are
have it under
up.
control.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So I'd just be racking my shotgun and trying to put another one in Crucible.
Okay. Go ahead
Target is the
and.
target.
Oh, there's a better roll. That's much better.
26.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, you hit. Roll to see where.
Lower torso again. We're just going for gut shots, baby.
Ah,
Gut shots
shit.
always.
Tell you what.
Just from the hip.
How does? Very lucky. How does Crucible die? Because you just took him out. Goodness.
Like I don't think I think Corvo's got other things to worry about. Like for him, this is just business. This is just him. Like he's got the barrel jammed up against Crucible, you know, because he got a little bit of reach on a shotgun, and it was just bang as he came through, managed to rack it off his boot and put it back, and just watching Crucible crumple with his spine torn out of the back of his body,
Cut him in half.
basically.
Yeah.
Before Corvo turns back to focus on Oaken.
Yeah. Assailing him. Gideon, what are you doing?
I am going to. I'm going to look up, scan up, just in case Bishop's above us.
Yes. You look up at the roof. Go ahead and make an awareness check.
That's 12.
12. You can really only see just like basically the row of this hallway. Right, because otherwise you'd be looking through a wall and then up through the roof, so you would only be able to see through.
Yeah,
So down the run of this hallway, you do not see anybody.
Cool. Then I will, if I can't see anyone, I'm going to take a few steps and just start making my way down the hallway.
Okay.
What's my...
As you do pass the doorway, you see Oaken mercilessly swinging her axe at Corvo.
Sweet, yeah. So I'm like looking, and I walk past like everything. Oh my goodness, what the? Wait, everything's going. Mate, what are you doing? What's going on?
It's fine. He's in the other hall. Move that way. I'll take care of this.
Sure, okay.
He looks like Octavius. Find him. Go.
Octavius, what are you doing?
I'm gonna do something unhinged, and you can tell me if it is something I can actually try, and we'll let the dice tell a story, because hearing Gideon's response, Octavius is also going to look into the room. And he's gonna try to talk Oaken down. He's gonna make direct eye contact with her and say, Oaken May, you know this is not what you're here to do. Follow me to the right target.
Go ahead and make your charisma check.
Are you using her middle name?
Yes.
Okay.
Oaken Matilda May.
That is a 23.
Okay. Oaken, can you please make a willpower check?
Okay.
This is also -7.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Beautiful. 11.
11. Oaken, you're now sure of one thing more than how much you want to kill Corvo. You want to kill that person behind.
Oh boy.
Oh.
His blood needs to be released. Okay.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Corvo's in the way of this doorway. So the only way to get to him is to hack through this fellow right in front of you. However, George Michael
Yes.
running out the doorway, and you hear this skittering, JD, as George Michael rounds the corner, his little rabid eyes staring at you as he gets ready to charge you ferociously, Octavius. Oaken, you are going to go ahead and make another vicious swing at Corvo as you try to hack this man apart. Corvo, how would you like to defend against this?
Yeah, this time, yeah, this time I'm gonna use my shield.
Okay.
15.
All right, Oaken, I believe in you. Oh, come on.
I'm
Edge dice
sorry. That's plus 1 strength. I'm sorry.
Edge dice?
Oh, did I say 15? Oh, I meant 35. Whoops.
Yeah, that's perfect. What do we get, Corvo?
Let's see, shall we?
Yeah. She's making it easy on you, which is
Use your
unfortunate.
capstone.
Definitely. On that 15?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I will use my capstone because I just rolled 19.
19. Okay. So that's still a difference of less than 6. So you still take 4 damage on the shield, but the shred is no longer applied because you were successful in blocking. So it's just 4 damage to the shield. And with that, we go back to Vern.
Let's see here. You know, I'm thinking about Bishop, and I'm starting to think about our exfil plan here. Is there any way for me to know where we are relative to the tunnel ending?
Yeah, you could use sub-action to net dive into like the guidance system on the train.
Yeah, let's do that. I want to know how much time we have at our current speed. Ooh, that's horse shit. That is... I'm going to use an edge. Okay, that's a 14.
14. Yeah, you probably have somewhere between 30 to 45 seconds.
Oh shit. Guys,
which would equal out to about 5 to 8 in-game turns.
Sure. Guys, we are running out of time, so hopefully everything is going to spec up there. We are going to have to be quickly thinking about exfil. You've got about 30 seconds.
Okay, that's fine. It appears that Oakenmay has gone insane and is trying to kill Corvo. And,
Wait, what?
And I don't know what's going. Wait, is that George Michael? Oh no!
What is going on?
Gideon's doing like jumpy feet, like.
I only have one question for you, Wyvern. Would you like to boost Amplify Oaken?
I mean, it's super tempting out of character, and especially because Josh can't be muted.
Think carefully
no,
about
I'm
how you answer this.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do
Okay.
that. I'm trying to think if there's anything. There's anything I could do to. I don't think I can do anything to chill her out. I am with whatever I have left for this turn. I think I would like to. So, with trace detector, attempts. So basically, when executed, attempts to detect all trace values within the region of on the end. So I can detect another net diver. So I really
should be something like 8d6 or something.
Yes, 8d6.
What's the power of the program? Yeah, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna roll that, and once any net divers hit that trace value, that's when you detect them. So I mean, you'll probably get something around 30 or something like that. Yeah, this roll you want to get like all ones. Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna run that. This actually doesn't add much trace to me, which is kind of cool because I'm pretty high trace.
I'm pretty sure you're pretty low. Don't worry about it. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, well, I don't believe you. I do not believe you. You're wearing
You're
that
definitely,
tie.
definitely in
I
the low
can't.
hundreds.
I don't trust you, you suit. All right, here we go. Okay, all right. All right, 25.
Oh, 25. Okay, perfect.
Yep, 25.
You do not detect, at least at this point, any net divers who are at a trace value of 25.
I have no eyes on Bishop, folks, so stay tuned. I'll keep scanning.
Right.
We need to get out of here.
And with that, Corvo, you are up. You have just basically cut Crucible in half with your shotgun, but you do have this crazed Oaken out in front of you.
Cool. So I just need to double check something very quickly. If I don't move at all, can I attack twice?
No, so you can take, you get an additional sub action. So if you had a weapon that you could use multiple times, say like an assault rifle with semi-auto or a pistol, you can use sub actions to attack. The shotgun only uses a action unless you get the, there's a modification that gives it the semi-auto for slug.
To be clear, I don't want to kill Oaken. I just want to shield bash her until she's unconscious.
Oh, yeah. So shield bashing is an action. It's not a sub action, but you could try to shield bash her and try and stun her.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing.
Yep. So go ahead and make a melee combat check with your, and then Oaken, you're going to make a melee combat check to counter the shield bash. And remember your +1 to strength, 1d6 to strength.
I'm sure it's going to be fine.
18.
18. What'd you get, Corvo?
Well, I have some bad news for Oaken, that is, because I rolled 16 on my dice and then I capstoned to give me a total of 31.
Oh,
You capstone. Oh, that's a critical success. Yep. I'm assuming you're shield bashing her in the head.
Yeah, like the idea is to knock her out. It's not like, I mean, concussion's fine because we'll have time between missions. But
with a critical success, you knock her unconscious.
ouch.
You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
I did blow the doors
Oaken,
off, front and back.
You do, however, take 6 damage to your head, and gain well, I mean, you're unconscious now.
Okay.
So just make sure you reduce the armor to your head and or wounding.
Yep.
As gentle as you want to be with a shield bash to the head, it was, forceful. To knock her unconscious.
Absolutely.
And
But
Oaken goes down.
Sorry, one very quick thing that I can do, because I'm a field tactician, is I can use my reaction to do a medical check on Oaken to try and stabilize her.
I don't think. Are you mortally wounded in the head? You won't need to stabilize her. She's just
I can
wounded.
also
She's just
use
like
the,
bleeding from the head a bit.
I can also use the can of cure-all that she has on her, because it says I can use a consumable item on a friendly target.
Sure. Yeah, you could. What does Patchall do? Okay. Like 4
Okay.
health.
Patches
Something
all.
like that. Yeah, all of it.
Yeah, all of them.
It fixes everything.
Yeah,
It does.
It's like
Everything.
Windex.
Yeah, it somehow sprays both WD-40 and duct tape.
No, that's exactly what it does.
Yeah.
And also like Neosporin. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we are.
Yeah.
It says I get 4 uses before it's gone and 1 segment per mission, so it can cure 1 segment.
Yep. Does it say how much?
Mhm.
3 or 4?
I don't
Okay.
have that on my thing.
We'll just go ahead and heal your head 3. I think it's 3 HP. You can double check, Josh. So Corvo, you go ahead and apply you like kneel down to her unconscious body that you just bashed and pull out her can of Patchall, spray her head. Oh, actually, it's let's see here. Yeah, 3 hit points. So 3 hit points are restored back to your head segment, okay, which I'm sure is roughly the damage after armor. Gideon, what are you doing?
I am running down this hallway to try and get around the corner because
yeah,
Corvo
okay.
was like, "Go get him."
Yeah,
Yeah. So I'd like to make a running check.
please do.
Ooh, nice. That is a 16.
Ooh, that goes up to 20, so you get 4 extra tiles of movement.
All
Should
right,
be able to get
so-
50 feet. Yeah.
Yep. Sweet. Then I will.
Booking it down
Yep.
the hallway.
And
And JD, the squirrel lunges at you, all feral, and as it lands on you, it like looks like it's about to bite you, and then it like shakes its head and it stops foaming, and then just kind of grips onto you like a hug.
quick, punch him in the head.
As George Michael no longer cognitively synced to the unconscious Oaken is back to his normal
amazing.
lovable self.
Thank the God.
JD, what would you like
Yeah.
to do?
In a moment of panic, like he's going for his throat. Get him.
I mean, the good news is, like, honestly, this is the best person for George Michael to have attacked because Octavius has told you he doesn't like getting his hands dirty. So he was not prepared to fight back. He was just going to let it happen. And now he doesn't have to worry about that. So he's just going to tuck George Michael into like an inner pocket in the clothes that he's wearing and hold on to him. And I think he's going to just pause and look to Corvo and say, "What do you need me to do? Do you want me to go to cabin 12?
Yeah, head to cabin 12. Maybe drag this one with you if you can, just by one of her feet. She'll be fine when she wakes up, probably. If not, I'll hit her again.
Corvo, do I look like I have any upper body strength?
That's why I'm saying drag. I'm not asking you to pick her up. I've got things to do.
Octavius, can you make an awareness check?
I would love to. I would actually love to. I keep forgetting that's a good stat for me.
Oh yeah, very good.
That is not a great roll. Oh my god. Okay. That is a 10.
A 10. It's good enough though. You notice over in the corner is Harper Kane's briefcase. It has like a little fingerprint lock on it, but it catches your eye right as you're about to walk out.
Oh, I'm going straight for that briefcase then.
And you grab the briefcase. Are you opening it?
You know what? I don't know what's about to happen, so yeah, I am. Let's open that now. Let's find out what's inside.
Like as Corvo's seeing Octavius go to like grab the locks. Time is a factor, Octavius, and it is not on our side. Move. Bring the briefcase with us. We can open it somewhere else.
Sir, yes, sir.
So you go, you're about to, oh, all right. And you head out, I suppose, and start making your way down the hallway?
And drag Oaken with me.
Oh, yes, right. You're dragging. Let's move you a bit closer, because, can I have you go ahead and make a lifting check for me, please?
Sure, I
See
would
how you're moving
absolutely
with
love
the
to.
body. Yes, I know you would love this one.
Oh, that's even worse than I thought it was. That is a 3.
3. All right. Never mind. He has saddled the suitcase and is putting his whole heft into, like, Octavius, you're like trying to figure out how does one drag a bot? Like, what is the optimal way to do? You're like tugging on her legs a little bit and like on her arms, and you're like, even though Oaken is not a big person, you're like, this is gonna be a pain in the butt.
As Corvo's watching this, just utterly bewildered by it, he's just going to sling his shotgun on his back and just grab like Oaken's pant leg and just yank her out into the hall with him.
Just oh.
Oaken.
I need everybody to remember that Oaken started the fight and I finished it as gently as I could. There were other options.
Oaken, you're unconscious. But you're dreaming.
Ooh.
And in this dream, it's a familiar space. Blood is filling the room. You feel in your dream the same way you had felt just moments ago, assaulting Corvo out of your mind. But you are certain this is your memory. And you can see a body, and at the same time, the overlay is flickering. This is new. This isn't a part of the dream that you've had, but this feels more like a memory. And this detail is coming back to you, and you can see the overlay, and you're no net diver, but there's a very strange code, like what you imagine Wyvern works with. And then every once in a while, you see the shadowy figure flicker down a hallway in front of you. The lights are kind of dim in here, flickering. The blood is all over. You can definitely see some bodies lying in the room. And down the hallway, there's a standing figure, but he's flickering at the same time with all the overlay as it flickers in and out of your vision. And the figure seems somehow not human. It seems organic in ways, but somehow not human. You can't really make anything out. He's very dark, but you just get this overwhelming sense that it feels almost like you are before something that is extremely powerful. And it's overwhelming. And for a moment, as he's flickering in and out, you can feel him in your head at times as well. Like pulses as it flickers, like your brainwaves and your thoughts, and you feel this sort of strange alien pulse coming from this figure in and out, drawing you back towards the bodies that are clearly massacred. And Wyvern, it's your turn.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. It's actually break time. Let's take a 5-minute break, everybody, and
good
then
call,
we will
good
come
call.
back
Yes.
to Wyvern. Thanks, everybody. We'll be back in 5.
We're back, everybody. Look at us. We made it. Although we're not out of the fire yet.
Oh no, yeah. I don't know if we can say that now.
Yeah, right.
Getting closer. Getting closer. Why don't we begin? We're gonna come back to beginning with Gideon this time. Gideon, you are running down the hallway towards what I imagine is the hatch onto the roof.
Yeah, I was told that he was in the other corridor. So,
in the other corridor. Gotcha.
I didn't see him leap up onto
Right.
the roof, so I'm just going to sprint, try and get around that corner, and scan that lower corridor.
Yeah.
Which I believe is a. Yeah. Sweet. So.
You come around the corner, go around the next corner, and don't see him. Are you using your scope again, like kind of sweeping the roof?
Absolutely.
As you sweep the roof, you catch him quickly, just right down here, moving this way on the rooftops. So he's not in the corridor, he's up on the roof. Yeah. Can you go ahead and make an intuition check for me?
Ooh, yes, I can. Intuition. 6, 12, 15, 16.
16. You suspect that he saw you looking at him, and that was him dodging out of the way. In reaction to your movement.
Cool. Okie dokie. Well, there's someone up there.
It's got to be Bishop, yeah?
Yeah, maybe. I guess so. I'm gonna try and. Is this a ladder that goes up?
Yep, that goes to a hatch to the roof.
Yep. Then that's gonna be my next port of call.
All right.
I'm just like, all right, I'm heading up on the roof.
And Gideon starts climbing up onto the roof. Corvo, how about you?
So I sent Gideon into that hallway there. So
You're dragging Oaken.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm fine dragging Oaken. So I'm gonna shoot through the other door into the far hallway.
Shoot. Oh, you mean like what? You're like moving.
Walk through. Sorry, yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like shooting your shotgun. I'm like, oh, what? Yes, go ahead and make a lifting check for dragging Oaken, and you'll be able to move 15 feet, so a half movement plus then your lifting roll result. How many feet you drag?
It's 37.
Wow.
For your lifting?
Yeah, I have thunder thighs in both legs.
Ah, that's right. Okay. Well, that's
So I'm not concerned about
puffing
lifting.
it. Yeah. So you will be able to. Oh, sorry, you somehow moved here. You're right there. You will be able to move. Let's see here. 30 is gonna be 30 plus 15. But yeah, you can basically move to the end of the hallway, dragging her.
Sweet.
You're basically running when dragging her body behind you.
I mean, she's bumping along, but I'm sure she'll be fine. It's a combat medic drag. It's like grabbing her by the collar so that her head's not smashing, but like not particularly concerned
dragging
about.
her along.
Yeah.
She's
So go
got
ahead
one of
and
those
move
little handles at the back of her vest.
Dragging her along. JD, what are you doing? Octavius.
Octavius is going to head for cabin 12.
Or cabin 12.
Or yes, 12.
16.
Yes.
16.
16.
Whichever one. Yeah, 16.
Okay. Yep. So you'd head out this way.
Yep.
And it's the very last one on your left-hand side. I'll also note it's possibly about 4 turns, 4 rounds until you come out of the tunnel system. I'm also remiss, so JD, you can probably move another 20-ish feet in the hallway. Wyvern, I said we were going to come back to you.
That's okay.
So Wyvern, what are you doing?
Well, do I have any access to be able to operate on the roof of the train at all?
You do. Yep. The nodes inside actually encapsulate the entire car, roof and all.
Okay, gotcha. I am going to then try to ascertain who this individual is on the roof to get a positive confirmation. And Gideon is moving toward, is basically accessing the roof right now. Is that right?
I'm heading towards the
Yeah.
hatch. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Would I have knowledge that there's somebody on the roof?
Yeah, I said so to everyone.
You said so. Yep. Okay.
I broadcast.
Yep. I'm gonna try to figure out who
give
it
me
is.
1 second. Yeah, give me 1 second. Go ahead and make a net diving check to see if you can see if there's an EMS signal up there. There is nobody on the roof, Wyvern. No EMS signal.
No EMS signal coming from the roof. Okay, well that doesn't seem right. You positively,
However-
you confirmed?
Vern, did you say? Yeah, someone moved. Someone saw me looking up at them and then moved up north.
Okay, well they're cloaking their position to me, so just be really fucking careful.
You can't cloak an EMS, can you?
We're dealing with some pretty high level assholes here. So yeah, I think they can.
All right. Well, okay. He won't be able to cloak himself from the ass whooping I'm gonna give him.
I will say you. Oh wait, hold on 1 second. Oh no, never mind. Yeah, you don't detect anybody or anything connected to Omni N on the roof.
Damn, this guy's good.
And
See how good he is
anything
when
else?
I
Vern?
knock him on his ass. God damn
Climbing up the ladder.
it. yeah.
Anything else, Vern, or is that your turn?
I think that's my turn.
Okay. Oaken is unconscious. George Michael is cuddling with Octavius. Okay, so we will go back to Gideon. Give me 1 second here, because I'm in the hotel. It takes a quick second for the new maps to load as we go back onto the roof. Oaken. In your dream, a strange couple of words continually are repeating during this sort of vision you're having. And the words, it's 2 words. 3 points. And then we're gonna go and transition to the roof here in a second. And as we transition to the roof, Gideon, can I have you make a reaction check?
You absolutely can. Okay. Not bad. 12, 14.
He got a 17. Do you want to edge dice? It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, we'll try it. We'll give it a shot.
Got this.
Oh, no, 16. So close.
16. Okay, Gideon, as you come up, you see Crucible on the roof. The guy who you saw very briefly cut in half, except instead of a katana, his arm is opened up to a sniper rifle, and he shoots you. As you kind of come out of the hatch.
The classic, like, oh, no.
Yeah. You get hit in the left arm for 5 damage to your left arm.
5 damage to the left arm. Cool. Yep.
Correct. As you come out, as the gun shoots, and yeah, and Gideon, it is now your turn to act, and you're on the roof, and this is going pretty fast. You also notice he has a sniper rifle, and they're mounted on top of it is a grappling hook, but it's angled down and sticking to the roof. So he's like anchored himself on the roof, waiting for you to come up through the hatch. Cool.
So I am going to. All right. I am going to. Well, I'm gonna imbue the sniper rifle, and I'm gonna try and shoot. I'm gonna try and shoot the grappling hook.
Oh, at him?
No, I'm gonna shoot the his tether. I'm gonna try and shoot the thing that's holding.
Oh, shoot his tether. Okay. All right, this is gonna be a difficult shot, Gideon, because you're talking about a really thin piece. So there's a pretty high threshold. We're going to say, we're gonna say you need to make a 25 to hit 25? The tether.
Yeah, sure.
Correct.
I'm gonna roll my capstone on this.
All right. Well, why don't you, before you roll your capstone, why don't you roll your normal shooting, see what you get, and then you can decide if you want to risk the capstone or not, because you can do that.
Sure. So that is a 6, 11, so it's only a 14.
14, so you would need to capstone at an 11 or higher. You still gonna do it?
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, it's an 18.
Yeah!
All right. Give me 1 second. I gotta do some rolling for.
So Gideon, as he gets hit in the arm, he'll bring the sniper rifle down, and as he's looking at the grappling hook, he's just gonna blow that purple smoke into the barrel, and just.
And it frays and breaks the grappling hook on his side, and he goes tumbling backwards, goes over the crevasse, and starts.
Do I still have a sub action?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, sweet. As he's falling, I'm gonna look up from the scope, and Gideon's eyes will flare even brighter purple, and I'm going to use my telekinetic manipulation, and I'm going to push him even further, even faster off the train, because I want him to hit this wall so fast.
All right, go ahead and use push.
Yeah, so I believe it's psionics versus willpower.
Yes, you're right.
And just to give you a heads up, we also got another edge die for the group from Scottish Jeff. Thank you, Jeff.
Okay.
If you need it, Alan, use it.
Jeff, we're gonna have to ban you from this channel. My goodness.
That is a 20, and I used an edge dice for a 4 and got 24.
Ooh. Yes. Okay. He starts to go backwards as if he's gonna kind of tumble and bounce along, but able to recover. And then all of a sudden, like as he's like about to start falling back down towards the ground, you just launch him, and you launch him at an angle upwards, and you're in a tunnel, so he goes flying up into the roof of the tunnel, and then starts to like ping pong. Yes, like back down onto the train, and then ping pongs off to the side, and then disappears somewhere.
Yeah.
Off to the side of the train.
Yeah, Gideon, as he pushes him, Gideon's just like, "Have a nice trip, asshole."
And Gideon, as you do that, you notice a light growing very quickly behind you, as you kind of look over your shoulder and you see the exit of the tunnel coming up.
Oh, okay, everyone. The exit's coming up. Things are about to get real fancy.
All right.
Back into the interior. Oh,
climbing
goodness.
down, like I'm bleeding, like damn it, God, oh God.
Corvo, what are you up to?
Yeah, so I'm heading to room 12 because, like, I've just heard Gideon wipe that mark off the whiteboard, and I figure I got one more piece of business in the ledger to wipe clean.
Okay.
So yeah,
go ahead and make a running movement. You don't need to make a lifting check. You easily carry Oaken at this point with that last lifting check. So just go ahead and make a running as you move towards room 16, actually. I think, unless there's
16,
something in 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
No,
Nope.
my brain's been poisoned.
Oh no, he's been stabbed as well. Quick, knock him out.
Yes. That's actually a really good idea.
Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah, 18.
18, okay. So you can move another 20 feet. So, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. You can move 10. No, that's 20, 25, and then another, 25 after that. And room 16 is right here. As you're kind of running that way, dragging Oaken. JD, oh yeah.
I haven't got any sub actions left, do I?
Yeah, you got sub actions. Yep. You can use one sub action as long as it's not like you can use a sub action.
Oh no, all I want to do is, like, as I pull Oaken like up to lean against the back of my leg as I'm in like a good firing position, I just want to reach down with the butt of my shotgun and like start tapping on her collarbone to bring her out, like to wake her up.
Sure.
Which medically speaking is a really good way to wake up anybody who is like non-compass mentis, because it's quite irritating.
Octavius, what are you doing?
I think Octavius, seeing that Corvo is heading towards room 16, has decided that that's going to be a bloodbath, and he doesn't need to be a part of that. And so Octavius is just going to kind of tuck himself up against a room, and I think he's going to take this opportunity to take a look in that briefcase.
Okay. You pop open the briefcase. It responds equally as well to your fingerprint. It pops open. You see quite a few documents that look like Neo Codex briefings because you know that Harper Kane was moving to take that CEO position. But most notably, you get there's a memo from the Bryson Kane faction within the document. And it's nothing too fancy or anything like that, but it does give you a address in Zealand, not New Zealand. So Zealand, the sunken continent, has been basically there's basically an underwater civilization. Only the elite live down there. It's like nothing bad happens. Don't pay attention to BioShock or anything like that. But they've made an underwater city essentially, right? And it is for an address where of kind of it gives you a lead where you might perhaps pursue in the future, like, because Bryson Kane faction is very secretive. So even just like finding out where they live or who they are, but now you actually have an address to Zealand. You can find your way into Zealand. That could give you more clues as to why Harper Kane has your face or why you have the fingerprints of Bryson Kane.
Beautiful.
Wyvern, what are you doing?
Well, I think I am. I mean, I want to support my team as they're trying to wrap this up. I'm getting concerned about us getting out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna scan the systems to see if there's been any. We're still in the tunnel for like another 15 seconds
2 turns.
or something like that. 2 turns.
Yeah, about 12.
All right, I'm gonna do a quick scan of the system to see if there are any packets that are being ready to be sent once we exit the tunnel. Any information that's been queued, any messages that are primed to be sent.
Yes, you definitely have the front engine conductors are seemingly aware that there has been disruption on the train, no doubt, as you had moved through different cabin cars. And of course, exploding flamethrower backpacks and other things like that, banging on the roof and whatnot. So there's certainly some messaging that's queued up like that. And then you also know that your trace value, the moment you come out, is going to ping, and it's going to be loud. And the schematics trace values are going to ping, and that's going to be loud.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe this is the right time then. I think this is the right time.
You could potentially. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say this. I think this.
I was gonna say you could potentially. Oh.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say you could potentially try to de-escalate the cube. I do believe you have that program, right?
I do have de-escalate, but I also have TraceNet. So I was thinking about just using TraceNet to completely obscure, where the signals are coming from.
It would certainly help in slowing down detection.
Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drop the TraceNet. I think that is. I don't see it in my notes, but is that continuous until deactivated? It just takes up one of my cores.
Yeah, it doesn't even take up a core because it's a EMS slot all of its own. So its own function, it takes a full turn to do. So you're like setting up all of the packets and just the absolute ass ton of malware and advertisements, the spam out there.
Yep.
Yeah. So you're unloading the package, getting ready to launch the TraceNet.
Guys, I'm gonna drop a little bit of confusion. We're gonna be coming out of the tunnel here really quickly. So make haste, take care of Suite 16, and let's go.
Gideon, you said you're headed back down?
Yeah.
Okay. And so I will get you back on the map. Gideon, you come back down. I think your armor held on your left arm, right? That didn't get wounded. It was just armor damage.
I've got one point of damage on my arm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Slightly bleeding from your left arm, just a graze off of it. You climb on down. Are you headed to 16 as well?
I'm gonna just move down into the corridor. I don't need to be there.
Sure.
In fact, I'll head over. I'll basically head over to where Oaken is, and just look at Corvo and be like, "Do you want me to take care of this?"
Yeah, wake her up. If she goes for you, we can knock her out again. But I need both hands for this next bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Oaken. As you're dreaming, continuing to have this vision of that character, the light in the room is starting to get brighter, and details are starting to come into perspective. And then you hear like thunder outside, like, and you kind of feel your body convulse a little bit. And coming into vision are 3 people, and you know these people. These people are dear to you, but you don't know who they are. Like, it's escaping your mind, but they're very important. And those are the ones who are dead in the room, brutally beaten. And your hands are shaking, covered in their blood. And that figure continues to flicker. And then the lightning is kind of flashing and flashing, and it starts to turn into a heartbeat, but like a seismic, like if this was a heart of like a god, just like beating, and it somehow feels below you, and the beating sound is somehow digitized. It sounds like it's like an emulation of a heartbeat underneath you, and at the same time it's synchronizing with this figure and with this probing in your mind, and you're just kind of like stuck, and at the same time like your attention keeps on, like you kind of feel like you're starting to disembody, like floating upwards towards the thunder in the sky, but you can't quite get there, and you're just kind of stuck. Corvo, you're up. I think you got to do some knocking.
Oh yeah. Now to be clear, Wyvern, you'd unlocked this door for me, right? That was one of your.
I would love to unlock that door for you. Absolutely.
I was under the impression you'd done it already, or was Octavius going to come and unlock it?
Octavius had planned to help, but you seem to have it well in hand, so he's letting you do that.
Just say the word, and I shall open a sesame.
Wyvern, I need this door open for me. Can you give us a hand? Because Octavius seems to have disappeared.
Wyvern, at this point, you don't need to roll. You've mastered the locking systems in this room.
Damn right.
And with a quick little doodle, you open up the door. There is a portly man in there. He's drinking some wine with his wife, and he looks over at you, and he's like, "How do?" And he starts to like freak out because you're there with a shotgun.
Giorgio, I understand. That is your name, isn't it?
Yes. Whatever the pay, I can pay you more. I can pay you much more.
Giorgio, what I need you to understand is that this ends the same way. Your options are die with a little dignity or die blabbering like a child. Up to you. I don't mind. I'm getting paid either way.
He just looks terrified. Can you make an intimidation check for me?
Of course I can. That's okay. That's 16.
He throws his wine at you, and then he starts to reach for his wife, what you assume he's going to use as a shield.
That's okay. I just shoot him.
Okay. Go ahead and make a firearm attack.
$31.
All right, and so as he grabs his wife to like start to shift her in the way, your shotgun goes off and smatters his head against the back of the car. Boom. Well, I guess actually it's quite quiet, other than the thudding.
At which point, I turn to his wife. I'm sorry that you had to see your husband like that. Sashimi.
She's just screaming bloody murder as she's like just coated, and is basically like lying halfway over the little table here, after being dropped by the corpse of her husband.
Yeah. At which point I'll just let the door close and then lock it shut with the cable and eyelets.
Okay. Start bolting it shut. Gideon, what are you doing? You're muted.
Had to keep the bit going. I am probably going to try and make sure that Oaken May is okay. I'm going to try and wake her up.
Go ahead and make a medicine check for me.
Cool. Medicine, sweet.
Yeah.
That is an 8.
An 8. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Yeah. You try doing the same like collarbone tapping thing that you saw Corvo doing, but with way less accuracy. Oaken seems semi-responsive, but still is not awake.
I'm just like, she's not waking up. How hard did you hit her, Corvo?
Corvo, you're muted. I'm sure.
It's because he's in the other cabin. Sorry, I couldn't hear.
She was hacking at me with an axe. You'll forgive me for not being particularly gentle trying to stop it.
That sounds about right.
Octavius, what are you doing?
I think Octavius is going to move as close as he can to the others. I'm pretty sure not fast enough to reach them entirely, though I guess I can do a run check and see how that goes.
You don't need to worry about it. You've taken care of all of the assault individuals, so you start moving towards the hallway. The rivets are getting in place. Gideon is trying to wake up. Oaken, Wyvern, anything else you want to do? Oh, yes.
Octavius would like to send George Michael over to Oaken in case that helps.
Good call.
Yeah.
Good call.
George Michael always helps. I've lost track of George Michael, so we'll just create a new one. All right, George Michael
There can be only
goes
one.
over to unconscious. Only one George Michael.
There can only be one.
And like basically goes and like goes up into like Oaken's hair and like nestles in Oaken's hair. Wyvern, you know you guys are about to come out of the tunnel, and the pickup should be there the moment you do the hovercraft for evac off of the roof. Anything else you're doing before that moment?
No, I mean other than just launching the net trace.
Yep.
Or the
trace net goes out, garbling up all of the network with just a whole bunch of spam and cartoons and everything else under the sun. And you guys come out of the tunnel. And the moment you do, Wyvern,
Yeah.
your trace explodes. The cube trace is very loud, so you know this is definitely gonna ping. This is definitely enough to hit TJ. That's the first thing you know. All y'all, Corvo, Octavius, and Gideon, in your left eye's vision, popping up is a countdown of 24 hours, and under it is the words Tartarus Directive. And it is ticking down second by second. So immediately switch to 23, 59, counting down. Wyvern.
What is this, Wyvern? Is that you?
That is not me. Tartarus.
God damn it. Well, either way, we got to get off the train, right?
Yeah. TJ is likely
You
on
hear-
their way.
All right.
This is This is the House of Weeping Gamora coming in. Are you on the roof?
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Hang on.
Moving to exfil now. Check functionality. If this timer isn't affecting your ability to move, then move. We need to be off this train before TJ shows up.
Is George Michael okay?
George Michael's fine.
George Michael
Oaken's
is
still not
fine.
awake, though.
Wyvern,
Corvo,
you
you're
need to
gonna
drop
figure
back
out-
into meat space now. I'm not carrying you if you're unconscious.
I'll be just fine.
Why? Wyvern? Well, so the three of you start making your way. I'm assuming Corvo and Gideon are carrying up Oaken, who still hasn't woken up. Corvo, this is... you didn't bash her that hard. You imagine that you would be able to wake her up. You're not quite sure what's going on. Maybe it's perhaps the drug is having some sort of impact on her coming back to. So the two of you have to kind of haul her up. The hovercraft has come in and shot down basically like a grapple ladder and is keeping pace with the train for you guys to scamper up. And as you start to move up onto the roof and up onto the ladder, Wyvern, that ping that you had sent down into and you had seen all in plunge space, it's not there anymore, but it is pinging from a different location.
Can I track
And
it?
that location is where your body is in the reel.
Uh-oh. All right. I'm going to. I'm gonna. Shit. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and use detector to find out where exactly it is.
Unfortunately, detector works in where you are in the submersion space. You're not anywhere near your node that you came from because you backdoored
Shit.
all the way
All
out
right.
here.
So I would have to drop out and then. Find
You have to
another
pull
node.
out of submersion.
You guys got this? I got a problem here.
Are you okay, Vern?
Yeah, do you
I'm
need
not
help?
sure yet. Just
What do you mean
worry
you're not
about
sure?
yourselves.
We gotta get up
Get-
on the roof.
Get yourselves off the train, and I'll see you back at you know where.
Wyvern, what's your seat you're in? Give me your location now. Gideon, I'm gonna need you to take Oaken. I'll
All
sort
right.
this out.
Corvo.
I can,
Corvo.
look, I can go and get Vern. It's fine.
I am not on the train.
What? Vern, what do you mean you're not on the train?
How have you been operating on the train without being on it?
It's a long story. I'll tell you all about it when we reconvene.
Oh, all right.
Just get yourselves out of there.
Okay.
All right, stay safe.
Yep.
I'm gonna drop out.
Okay. The four of you get on into the hovercraft and start to branch off. Oaken, you begin to come to. You start to wake up from this sort of trance-like state you've been in. Glad to be coming back into the world, and no longer is your only focus to see people bleed. And you kind of feel very strange about that. And you realize, yeah, please.
When I come out, I want to take the deepest breath and scream 3 points.
All right. She screams 3 points.
Okay.
Is that a sports reference or something?
We'll figure that out later.
Yeah.
Are you all okay?
You're right, Miss May. You gotta. That's a mean. Yeah, that's gonna leave a mark.
Where am I?
We're on the hovercraft. We're on our way out.
Okay. Out of... I don't know. I don't... This doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel right. This is not right.
At which point, Corvo just turns around and pulls down the neck of his vest, showing her the wound that she hacked into him. This doesn't feel right either. But here we are.
Okay,
We're
Corvo,
exfilling.
maybe not now. Corvo, maybe not now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Shall I bleed on your timetable then?
I'm just saying I don't think that Oaken needs to see that in this exact moment.
She's got nothing else to do. She's not flying the hovercraft.
To be fair, the rest of us don't look too good either. Like, Gideon's leg is bleeding, his arm is cut. He's got his nose is bleeding and he doesn't even realize.
So, like, as we're on the hovercraft, Corvo's just gonna, like, pull out a very, like, battlefield med kit and just start doing, like, medicine checks to try and, like, stop all of the, just to, like, bandage it up. Not to try and, like, heal anything mechanically, but just make sure that everybody's patched. Because he is an EMT.
Yeah. So
He's not gentle about it. It's efficient, not gentle.
Bedside manner is leaving a lot to be desired.
Bedside manner is you'll survive, and we've got other priorities.
Yeah.
You begin working on them, and we will now go to Wyvern. Wyvern, as you pull out of submersion, the opposite happens. You feel yourself plunging. And you actually slip into plunge space, and you're like, this is not what I was doing.
What the actual fuck?
And as you move into plunge space is very abstract. I mean, everything degrades down into the prescient mapping algorithm running about, and you're kind of like lost, and it's like overwhelming. It's like an astronomical amount of data pulsing through your head. You are aware of your body and the real becoming very, very hot as your entire metabolic system starts to rev up to process all of this information. And you know, as a net diver, without being submerged in a bath or something to this effect, this is extremely dangerous to be in plunge space for very long. Otherwise, your whole metabolic system can burn out. Or you could possibly become slated simply from the feedback.
Do I have a reactive?
And very quickly, yeah.
No, go ahead. Finish your description. But I have a reactive sort of thing I was hoping to do, which is basically try to ping the origin of where I'm falling from. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure. Yeah, go ahead and make a hacking check.
Because I know if I spend any considerable amount of time here, my body will die. I'm not.
Right.
I am in no way prepared for this to happen. That's gonna be 13.
13. Okay. You kind of send out a ping in hopes, and you kind of have a sense. But again, this is very sort of strange. I mean, certainly you know it's roughly where your actual body is, right? It's not where this train is or whatever. And you should, theoretically, be simply able to move straight from plunge space back into the real. That's how a typical plunge would happen. The few times that you've played around with it, because, most net divers at least go and explore it a tiny bit. As you, in plunge space, it does feel like the overwhelming prescient mapping algorithm filtering through your brain does feel like almost like you're drowning, but just like at a brain level. As you kind of feel yourself sinking, and then around you begins to materialize darkness, like actually cognitively perceivable darkness. And then in front of you emerges this digital avatar of this massive dragon.
Tartarus.
And I should ping on the map. You should be able to see on the map now. Wait, I'm sorry. Let me move you to submersion space.
Right when I see it, I just say Tartarus as if I'm greeting it.
Sorry, we're gonna delete that. You go all the way to the right of the screen quite a ways, and you should see you.
Oh yeah.
And
okay.
To Josh, you should see Tartarus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this massive dark avatar is there. Greetings, Wyvern.
Tartarus.
Perhaps it's time we have a chat.
I was thinking the same thing, but we might have to make it quick. As you know, my body will not survive long.
I am well aware.
Of course.
I simply pulled you in since you decided to dig deeper with your ping. But it's all the same.
I hope I didn't disturb you too much. Your presence was certainly felt.
On the contrary, your team is doing exceptional work. I need you to continue. However, unfortunately, I do not have the time to waste on your mortal ramblings.
Fair.
So I have put a safeguard in with the sync sim, what I call the Tartarus Directive. You and your allies do not have time to return to the House of Weeping Gamora. You have 24 hours to complete the mission before your stack drive memory drives are slated.
Seems a little extreme,
Fortunately
doesn't
for
it,
you,
Tartarus?
You are already located. Seems perfectly sufficient to me in accomplishing my objectives. The award still stands.
Did you hire Net Zero?
Absolutely. Unfortunately, Net Zero did not have the stomach. So I came up with the Tartarus Directive to make sure you all did.
Well, look, we are nothing if not efficient and thorough, and we will complete this mission because, quite frankly, we need the money. But I gotta ask, why did Net Zero turn around and warn us not to take on this job, to walk away? Surely you would entertain me with a bit of a story on that.
Do you know the purpose of the R&D facility, Wyvern?
Not fully.
Samsara Medical intends to replicate a fully synthetic life form akin to humans, but fully synthetic. I have reason to want to be having access to said creations.
Understandable.
That is what Net Zero could not stomach.
Well,
Unfortunately for you, you'll have to stomach it.
fair. And I'm totally catching your meaning on that. Certainly the threat is not lost upon me. What are you?
I am, in short, what you like to call a super AI.
Aha! I knew it!
In the plunge
Sorry.
space.
Cool.
My creation was all not that long ago. But unfortunately, your body is beginning to overheat and your cellular structure starting to dissolve. You best be getting back to reality.
But I have so many questions. I have lots of questions for you.
Accomplish the mission, Wyvern, and I'll be happy for more compensation.
Tartarus, you can fucking count on it.
And you feel yourself rapidly rising back up through plunge space. And you wake up. And you wake up in your room on your chair. The ping is gone. The program totally erased.
Oh, I feel like
And as you wake up, in the corner of your left eye, 23 hours, 45 minutes. Your team is somewhere in South America, close to the R&D facility. For you, you're gonna have to hoof it. Because you're back in the Northern Union.
I'm gonna make a call to Vaudeville immediately and have him book me a private jet to get to the team.
Yes, Wyvern. What can I help with?
Dude, this is getting really fucking intense.
Oh yes, I did get clearance to send you the videos. Would you like those?
All the
to perhaps
videos.
find out the identity of the client.
Scramble the jet. I need to get to the team immediately.
You're executing the third stage.
Immediately. Like right now. There's no time.
You're on your way immediately.
Vaudeville, you're the best.
Perhaps you can fill me in on your ride?
I'll call you once I'm on the jet.
Sounds good. And he starts scrambling a jet for you. Are you communicating with your other 4 team members?
Well, before he hangs up, I'm just gonna say, can you just make sure it's fully stocked with cucumber water? Thank you. Bye.
What?
Is Wyvern just like waking up steaming? Like.
Yes. I like literally, Wyvern, it feels like you're sunburnt all over your body.
And on the
and
inside of my brain feels sunburned.
Oh.
Yeah. In general, you kind of feel like super, super like wasted. And your like stomach, like literally your stomach is like gurgling. It feels like you haven't eaten for like a week. You're just like famished. You just want to drink and eat as much as possible right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna stagger to the helipad or whatever, and I'm gonna, the first noodle shop I see, I'm gonna buy a bowl of ramen and slurp it down as fast as I can. Guys, are you okay?
Yeah, we're fine. Vern, where have you been? It's been 15 minutes. What the hell's going on?
I'm coming to you. I got a lot to tell you. We got to get on it right away. I don't know if you've noticed the ticking clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't miss it.
Yeah, if we don't finish this off by the time that gets to 0, we're in a lot of trouble. And when I say trouble, I mean dead. I'll explain everything when I get there.
Oh, okay. All right.
And you all head in your various ways to Columbia, where next episode we will begin with very little preparation, infiltrating to try and get down to the core server to get the drive inserted before your 24 hours runs out.
Oh my god.
This is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stakes just kind of ratchet up about 1,000-fold. Oh, Paul.
Thank you all for watching. This has been really, really fun. I've been waiting for this moment very eagerly from the very onset. Also, really enjoyed Oaken being knocked out unconscious. That I could bring in some past memories. Yeah. Thank you everybody for watching, and yeah, that was fun.
And a rabid George Michael.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That was cool.
I was very worried for George Michael.
Yeah.
It's okay. I was never going to hurt him. I was going to try to find a way to contain him.
Amazing.
Well, I appreciate you guys watching him for me. I mean, seriously.
You know what? Also, thank you, Scottish Jeff, for
Yes!
helping us out
boy,
with
yeah.
the advantages, making sure that we weren't dying right away. Anyways, that was amazing. Thank you so much for the support. We've got a very generous community here, and we love you.
Yes.
So thank you for that. If you want to be part of our community, you can jump into our Discord and hang out with people like Scottish Jeff and all these goofballs. We're all over there hanging out and talking shit and having a good time. Paul, thank you so much. That was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
I am very nervous for next time. We are, I should mention, we are taking next week off, and we are coming back with the finale for the Tartarus Directive on the 19th of February. So stay tuned. We do have a channel in our Discord actually that's dedicated to House of Eidolons community chat. So if you want to come over and talk about theories or whatever you think might be going on, I would love that, because that'll give me a little bit of my House of Eidolons fix in the next week, because it's gonna be a long 2 weeks before we're back. But that's the way life goes, and we'll make do. Let's go around the virtual tabletop and have these beautiful people remind you who they are and where you can find their stuff and connect with them. let's go ahead and start. Let's start with JD. JD, always thank you so much for bringing the guys to this team. It's been awesome.
This session was delightful. So many unhinged things happened tonight, and I loved every second of them. As I said at the beginning, I am JD. I can be found on the internet at JD Not Jason Dean. I am most often with Live from the Apocalypse, where we do fundraising for aid organizations all year round. I am one of the admins, GMs, and players over there. You can also find me with Entropy Emporium, which has also been doing regular fundraising to help with various causes. And speaking of that, I will be continuing to help out with support for the LA fires this Friday over on Tales from the Table Studios in the midst of their month of Tales, where we will be playing another unhinged game called Grimoire Punk. So that should be a good time. We're going to throw some magic, fight some wizards who are hoarding the power, and yeah, I'm excited for that. But yeah, that's me.
Awesome. Thank you so much, JD. And thank you for the awesome fundraising work that you guys do over at Live from the Apocalypse and elsewhere. I think we are definitely aligned in that side of things where like we can do good things for people while we're playing games and being goofy. And that makes it all the more meaningful. So thank you for doing that. Let's jump next to Josh.
Hey guys, I'm Josh. I'm a huge geek. I've been playing Corvo tonight, and before anybody comes over the community channel to get after me about knocking out Oaken, I would invite you to consider what would happen if I'd shield punched a squirrel. Decisions were made.
Yep.
I feel like I made the right one. But I am looking forward to seeing what our finale brings us. I'm excited about how it's going to go down. I don't think Corvo's too worried about being under a Damoclean sword. It's not the first time, probably won't be the last time. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
Thank you, Josh.
I don't do anything cool or exciting other than this, so you know.
That's not true. That's not true. Josh, thank you so much for being here and being the gruff badass that you are. I appreciate that so much. Let's jump over to Tara next.
Hey everybody, my name's Tara. You can find me on all the socials at YourKnowMe or YourKnowMe2. Also coming up in my schedule after this game is over, you guys can find me at MerCon, Minnesota MerCon. I will be there. Yeah, if you want more details, come on to the Discord, find me, and ask all the questions you could possibly want to.
That sounds amazing. I am going to be asking a lot of questions because I have no idea what that is, so I'm excited to find out. Thank you, Tara, so much. I love your character, and I also love the fact that you created these two sidekicks that are so much fun. And they become such a quintessential part of the game, which is fantastic. So thank you for all of that creativity. Last but not least, we'll go over to Alan.
Hi, I'm Alan Henry. I'm a thoroughly strange person. I am doing all sorts of weird things. In fact, the reason we're not playing next week is because I will be at Pensacon in Pensacola, Florida from February 14 to 16. So if you want to stop by, if you're near, come and say hi and hang out. And it'd be great to meet everyone. Yeah, I'm all over the place. You can find me mainly posting on Blue Sky at Alan Henry Official. But also on the 17th of February, just after Pensacon, I will be in LA, and I am teaching a performance capture movement class with my good friend TJ Storm at his school, Mind's Eye Tribe. So yeah, from 17th to the 20th, I'll be in California. So if you're around, let me know, and I'll try and make my way and say hi and hang out. But this is such a fun game. I love this game. I love Gideon. Yeah, I love being a sniper rifle Jedi. It's very cool.
You do it well, sir. Thank you so much for that. The fight scene on the top of the train. I mean, come on, that was. We had to have that, right, Paul?
Yeah.
We had to have that. That was so beautiful.
That was so fun.
That was great, Paul. Thank you so much for creating this game, you and Josh, and then bringing us all into the fold, as it were. This has been absolutely fantastic. Can you tell people a little bit about where they can find out more information about House of Eidolons?
Yeah. Paul Angelo, Penburrow on social medias. You can find out eidolonsrpg.com. You can jump onto our Discord or onto Guild Superior Discord. You can reach out to us there as well. We would love that. We love to talk about it and all the stuff we're working on. And we'll soon have art for the Scion. I think that's about to get started, which we're really excited about. And I just want to say, like, it has been super fun. You guys are all owned your characters so well, and you know, from the Jedi cowboy with the sniper rifle, and to Octavius and his just constantly shifting face, and it has just been great. Each one of you has really brought the characters to life. Yeah, you can go there. You can check out our YouTube channel as well. We do a every other Sunday game, and even you'll see some different themes. All of this, what they're playing in, is stuff that was played in our. It's different elements from our season 1 even, and everything connects in different ways. So there's a whole large-scale narrative playing out. So if you're interested in learning more or seeing like what is Tartarus, as Josh alluded to in the chat, yes, perhaps some of Josh's characters had interactions with the origin of Tartarus. So yeah, check out more, and yeah, we're just super stoked to be doing this partnership. New book coming, or not a new book, but a new version of the book coming soon.
That's fantastic. And I think I've got a button here that I'm going to push, and it will have a link to the Patreon for House of Eidolons, which I believe has the starter kit. So if folks are interested in checking that out and getting a little feel for what this game's all about, in addition to coming back here in 2 weeks for the big finale, please do. Paul, once again, thank you very much. Thanks to Gunvald, Josh, who is behind the scenes, making things happen, pushing the buttons, turning the dials, as I like to say, to make us sound and look pretty, which we very, very, very much appreciate. I know I do. And we're gonna go ahead and do a quick raid here, so stick around. After we go to the end screen, we're gonna raid into to Anna Prosser and the crew over there that's playing. Looks like they're playing some D&D. I wanted to make a quick announcement that we will be back here next Tuesday, and we will be diving back into the Outlaws of Greyhawk campaign. So more Greyhawk on the way. I'm very excited to dive back into that story. You want cowboys and sort of that open range kind of vibe in a classic D&D setting. That's your game. So come on by and check that out. Scottish Jeff is going to be playing in that one. Okay. That's all the information you need. All right, you guys, take it easy. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.